Well, I just got the studio straightened up a bit because I pretty well tore it apart trying to get everything out of here last week for the trip to Jackson Hole that never took off. And so I'll be leaving for Jackson Hole tomorrow. And so I'm going to get as much as I can done. I had to wait for an hour and a half for this clay to soften up. And I'm not sure if it's even softened yet. Let's take a look. Let's see. No, it's been cold in here. Got down to below zero last night, so everything froze up in here. I'll get on this as soon as I can. I'm going to work on the arms today and get the skeletal structure sketched in. I'm going to get as much as I can done. Still a little weak from a week of being sick, and a week. I'm weak for being a week for being. Never mind. So I'll get as much done as I can, and I'm not going to overextend myself. I don't want to be back in bed. I've had enough bed. What I'm going to do, and this clay is really taking a long time to warm up. It's still extremely hard. You can see I can barely, press it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build up the rib cage. And one nice thing about having arms that you can remove is you can get underneath the where the arms would have been, and then you can put the arms back on after you're done. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to go ahead and start working on the breastbone here. There's 6 ribs attached to this breastbone down to the bottom of the breastbone, and so I'm just going to mark those out and then start working up on it. I'm using, let me show you, I'm using this anatomical study that I've got. I purchased it online. If anybody wants to know the place where they can get this, they're expensive. It's about almost $300. And this one was a little over 400, I think. But anyway, it's really handy for helping you see three-dimensionally the shape of the rib cage and the bone. You take the arms off, just like, well, I'm not going to do it here, but you can take the head off and stuff like that. I think I've shown this before. That's about as far as I'm going to be able to get. I'm just wearing myself out. Got no strength. Anyway, I started the rib cage. It's a place where I can attach the muscles. Let me show you what I'm talking about on this guy here. You can see where the muscles come from. This joint up here and come down here. That actually shapes the chest. And then you got the chest muscles that come off of the arm, which is around here. Just arm here, and then connects it onto the collarbone, and all these major bicep muscles and everything like that. So it's really handy, and you got all these little muscles under here that connect to the bottom of the shoulder blade and connect to the rib cage here. That gives shape to the torso as well. So it helps to have the body sculpted in, especially when you're doing something this big and you're going to have him shirtless. You're going to want to have as accurate an anatomy as you can, and that's why I'm going through all this added sculpting here. Normally I would just sketch in the muscles and then put the shirt on, because I don't have to worry about all that stuff. But this is going to have, and because of the size of this piece too, it makes it, it's like when you're doing a life-size piece, you find that you have to go into more detail and be a little tighter on it, and that's why a life-size piece will always look better than a small maquette of the same piece. Alright, that's it for today. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling sick, I'm just tired. And, so I'm going to go home and just get back in bed and get some hot chicken broth in me again and get ready for tomorrow. Oh, just a little added thing. I'm going to take you on a tour of the gallery down there in Jackson Hole when I get there. I'll take the camera through it and have somebody, or I'll just do it by myself. And then I'll show you around Jackson Hole a little bit. I'm going to spend the night down there. So I won't be coming back until, let's see, today's Wednesday, so I won't be coming back until Friday. Which means I won't be back in here till Monday, and I should be fully rested up by that time. Alright, tonight this, and tomorrow my trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming over the Tetons. That's the only part of the trip that I'm really worried about, is at Teton Pass. That can be pretty treacherous in the wintertime. And it's not going to be snowing, but it's going to be really, really, really sub-zero weather. And it's going to be cold, and if there's any kind of ice on the road, it's going to make it treacherous. So I'm just going to take my time and get there, and it's about a 3-hour drive from here, but it could be longer. I don't care. I'll leave early and just take my time. All right. Happy New Year. This is the first time this year that I've worked on anything. And I'm liking the way the rib cage is looking. It looks like a rib cage, so I guess that's the key to the whole thing.